Hey, good morning, everybody. So I'm in my walk. I'm one lap into a half-mile walk. If you look around me, it's a little different today. Last week, just out of curiosity, I came over to this local park that I knew of, and I remembered before I got here that there was a little path that I never, I've been here 1,000 times. I've never been down this path. So I figured I'd come and check it out. I didn't make a video. I made a Facebook Live video that day. I didn't make a YouTube video of this. After I was done, I regretted it. But this is absolutely spectacular. I'll show you more in a second. But it's like I said, it's a half-mile lap around this pond. As you can see, I'm walking kind of in the woods. You know, I'm still close to civilization, but it gives you a feeling of being out in the middle of nowhere, you know? And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's all kinds of birds chirping. I've seen probably 6 or 8 rabbits. I don't know how many geese and ducks and all kinds of wildlife that's here. It just really, it makes it kind of like an occasion, you know? Now, I'm a knucklehead that grew up in Queens. I moved upstate about 20, almost 30 years ago. Yeah, about 23 years ago. And I never really regretted the decision. It's just a quieter life. It's more beautiful. And I've made some really good friends up here. But the real upside is I get to see things like this, you know? And right now all you're seeing is grass and a couple of trees. And I got a big deal. But actually I can sneak in right here. Hold on 1 second. No, I missed them. Hold on, I'll catch up to them. Oh, there we go. Alright, if you can see. Just some geese, I guess. Just kind of chilling. I'm sure during the course of my walk, they'll get a little. They don't love me. The ducks are very cool. The ducks are very sweet. They'll come right up to you here. The rabbits will let you get pretty close before they kind of scurry away. But I'm talking about you could probably catch one if you really tried to, which I would never do, but just to give you an idea how close they are. The geese, on the other hand, they'll come up and they'll be right next to you. But there's at least one. The other day there was 4 or 5 that were hissing at me like they wanted me to fall off a cliff or something. So I give them their space, they give me mine. If I have to walk through them, I just stay on my line and keep it moving. They'd never hurt me. They're not capable. But they'll give you a good scare. And to be honest with you, at that point they're terrified. And that's not something I really want to do to them. So I'm out here doing my walk. This is Keith's Pond, it's called. I had no idea it was here. I've been coming to this park 23, 24 years. My son played soccer here. We did all kinds of stuff here. I was here almost every weekend. You know, I come here recently 7 or 8 times just to, you know, throw the ball around for me, my son, and my girlfriend to have a little fun. And I knew the path was here, but this lake is a hidden gem over here. Apparently other people know about it because there's other people walking on the track, but I didn't know about it. So the wild thing to me is 1.5 years ago, I bought 6 cheap steaks and started this journey thinking, man, I hope this works. So now it's been 1.5 years, or just under 1.5 years, and 60 or 65 pounds, several health problems, and a much better attitude, a much better overall feeling towards life. And now I'm out walking. I'm doing wind sprints. You know, 2 years ago, I was struggling walking up the stairs. Now I'm doing borderline athlete workouts. I mean, I'm much slower and I get sore, but I'm doing them. So that's saying something. So, just everybody kind of going about their day. So that's it. I'm in my walk. I'm gonna get through this and still enjoy it. If you're thinking about exercising, I'll tell you what. Find a local park. Find some place you enjoy the scenery. Find some place that's calming to you, whatever the case may be. Like I said a million times, your workout doesn't have to be brutal to you. You know, it could be instead of driving to the deli, you walk to the deli. Park a little further from the supermarket. Park a little further from your church. Whatever your routine is, get those extra few steps in. After a little while of walking further to the supermarket, you might say, you know what? That's not too bad. Maybe I'll go to the park and walk a little further. Or maybe I'll try my hand at jogging or sit-ups, or like I like to say, try juggling. As long as it gets your body moving. And don't care about the weight loss. That'll come. Just enjoy it. Find something you love. This is to me, this is peace. My home life, my son, my girlfriend, they give me a measure of peace at home. And a sizable measure of peace at home. More than I've had my whole life. But this little walk, my little runs, my wind sprints, they give me another measure of peace. They clear my head. They give me a sense of doing something for myself, which I know for me, I do very little for myself. I am very centered on making sure my girlfriend and my son have, and the people that I care about have. So to actually be out here, caring for me, doing for me, exercising for me. I'm not out here to win awards. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. I'm really honestly not even making these videos to get more subscribers, which I'd appreciate, but I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm doing it because I enjoy talking. I've talked everybody's ear off about carnivore, and now I'm talking everybody's ear off about exercise. This gives me another way to discuss it, I don't know if my videos are exciting or even enjoyable, but I enjoy them. And I hope you guys get something out of it too. I'm hoping somebody gets motivated, somebody gets up, gets moving. Maybe hearing, that guy who was 275 pounds made some slight changes and little by little became a much healthier version of himself, a pain-free, disease-free, active member of society. That's more functional at work, more functional at life, more functional at home. I could just do more. Maybe that'll motivate somebody. Maybe somebody's sitting out there and they're sick of feeling the way they feel. Maybe they're tired of feeling hurt and they're tired of groaning every time they stand up or squeaking and cracking every time they sit down. Well, that went away. Does it have to be carnivore? No. Do it however you want. There's a million diets out there. There's protein shake diets, and there's mail order diets, and there's veganism, and all these different variations of ways to lose weight and get healthy. In my opinion, a knucklehead from Queens who's done just about everything, carnivores, but up far and away the best way to go. But that's my opinion. That's my N=1 experiment. That's me doing it for myself to see what happens. And it's been incredible. Do I fight with people over eating vegetables? No. I tell them, look, that's not my way of doing things. But if you want to do it and that works for you, go for it. The point isn't to turn everybody into a carnivore. I would love that if that happened, but that's not the point. The point of this, for me, is for my sense of self, to enjoy my day, to feel good, to feel accomplished, to be healthier. And if I happen to motivate a few people, which I know I already have, I have personal friends and family member and extended family that has jumped on this health kick with me. Some do exactly what I'm doing, some do variations, but they're all better because of it. And if I can get other people to go down that route, that would be fantastic. So, that being said, listen, sick of hearing me talk about it? Stop looking at your phone. Don't subscribe. Don't like. Go out and do something. If you're busy, you can't watch YouTube videos. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Stay healthy.